Former Michigan State University Athletic Director Mark Hollis says he doesn't recall ever meeting Larry Nassar. The disgraced doctor is spending the rest of his life behind bars for abusing hundreds of young athletes. Now, the scandal had many pointing fingers at the athletic department, but as we've reported, the medical school was responsible for the health care of athletes. I sat down with Hollis Monday in downtown Detroit, where he now lives and works. Anyone who knows Mark Hollis knows when he takes on a challenge, he is all in. He's been called the idea man of college athletics, putting contests where they'd never been before. From the Cold War to the basketball to an aircraft carrier, 4 Final Fours and a victory in the coveted Rose Bowl. Mark Hollis at the helm for it all, leading his alma mater to some of the highest highs in college sports. Now he's a Detroiter living in the heart of the city where he's all in. And since COVID, has spent some time reflecting on the decision that brought him here.
It was the right time for me to retire. I wish it had come along with a couple more high fives and not the sadness that went across so many people at that time. But I have no regrets. Do I have regrets while I was on the job? I think you always have regrets about decisions and choices, and I think everybody makes mistakes, but none based on integrity. If you read social media, you're going to reach a point where eventually you're not a very happy person, and that hit me. I went through that. You were looking for hope, and all you were getting was accusations and people telling you how awful you are, and I'm not. I'm not an awful person, and I understand why the university couldn't or wouldn't, make any statements about athletics, and that athletics didn't know certain things. That statement was never made, but they knew.
Let's talk about that for a moment, because the ESPN report that aired just hours after you resigned. Did you watch that?
I've not watched it, so it would be difficult for me to respond to it. I read some things, some excerpts that were in it. I've never, ever withheld information from any of the authorities on any situation. So when folks want to make those claims, especially those that weren't involved in conversations, it's painful, but you know the truth, and I know the truth, and that's what I have to rest on.
Dan Gilbert wasted no time snatching you up, really, to come down here and work for him. Talk about the adjustment from college athletics to working for Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, he's an incredible mind. In many ways, I see parallels between the way he runs business and the way I ran college athletics, not just at Michigan State, but with the NCAA and the Big Ten.
What do you want Spartans to remember about you?
What I would want Spartans to remember is the 5 of us, the 5 in my family that gave so much. That gave our time, gave our integrity, gave our passion. My kids didn't get a dad to play catch with as much as some kids did. And my wife didn't always have, that loving husband around because of the demands of the job. And, with that said, I'm proud of who we hired. I'm proud of, bringing on Mark D'Antonio, who arguably is one of the greatest, if not the greatest coach in Michigan State football history. But for one situation that, in so many ways, other than being the leader of the athletic department, to have something happen that was out of, frankly, out of my control, and not be able to respond to it, I am so damn proud of everything that happened at Michigan State while I was there. I was proud of Michigan State, everything before I was there. And I hope we can find a way to continue to be proud of Michigan State in the future.
And on that note, Hollis says he would like to see the university be transparent and release the more than 6,000 emails related to the Larry Nassar scandal. He says current athletic director Bill Beekman has not reached out to him since he left. Later in sports, he weighs in on MSU's new hire, head football coach Mel Tucker.